Lavender originally comes from the Mediterranean region, but is now widespread all over the world. Almost everyone knows the scent of this plant with the purple flower spikes. And since I have lavender in my garden, I cut some stems and made a lavender pentagram. For one star, you will need about 30 fresh pieces of lavender with long straight stems. If the lavender is dry, the stems will break very easy. I used floral wire to bind the pieces together and ribbon or string to cover it up. It is important to cut all pieces to the same length. Starting right beneath the blossoms, the stem should measure about 8 inches or 20 centimeters to fit a tea light in the middle of the pentagram. For one side of the star, you'll need 6 stems. Place 3 stems with the blossoms facing to the right side and 3 stems with the blossoms facing the left side. Combine all 6 stems to a bundle, and your bundle should now have blossoms on both sides. And now make 5 bundles like that. Place one bundle on top of another so that you create a pentagram with your 5 bundles. For a really nice result, you have to weave the bundles into each other. Just cross one strand over and under the next one, and if all strands are intertwined, you can bind the last 2 strands together with floral wire. Then bend your star a little until you're satisfied with the shape. I used some string to cover up the wire because I didn't like the ribbons I had. And I think it would probably be a little bit too boring just watching me craft my pentagram. I will use this time and will tell you something about lavender. In ancient times, lavender was very popular and was used in toiletries. But lavender only became really famous in the Middle Ages. In earlier times, the flowers were placed in the cribs of restless babies. This plant was also a component of the famous plague vinegar, which supposedly protected robbers from the plague during their raids. The name lavender is derived from lavare, the Latin word for washing. Although lavender itself does not clean, it has a smell of clarity and freshness. It has always been used to fumigate rooms with bad air or negative energies. Lavender flowers kept in wardrobes ensure a constantly fresh lavender smell and also drive away moths and other unwelcome guests. As a witch or devil plant, lavender could save witches who were being persecuted by the devil. They only had to sit on a lavender stick. In medicine, lavender is particularly helpful for nervous complaints such as upset stomachs or sleep disorders due to its antispasmodic effect. In the past, lavender flowers were thrown into the fire as an offering to the old gods. Small bunches of lavender mixed with rosemary were worn on the body to protect virginity. Lavender is pure and refreshing, and is therefore particularly suitable as an ingredient in health and love incense. It has a relaxing effect on a psychological level and brings inner peace. Lavender as incense has a relaxing and calming effect on our minds. If we have lost ourselves, this incense helps us to find ourselves again. It is also used to combat germs in hospital rooms. It was also burned to obtain the highest level of protection. Both flowers and leaves can be used for incense burning. And while smoke cleansing often begins with sage, lavender is more of a final herb. The reason for that is that other herbs can have an invigorating or stirring effect on the body. In contrast, lavender has a calming effect and can bring the body back to a relaxed state of mind after an upsetting incense burning. Lavender supports the body in letting go of the old and welcoming the new. This is why lavender is also often used for incense burning when caring for the dying or at Samhain. It is said that burning incense with lavender helps to bring greater peace in emotional transitional states or helps to dissolve limited ideas. In healing rituals, you can work the dried flowers into a candle or take a bath. You can use lavender for teas, tinctures, and ointments, and make scented sachets or pillows. And can you hear my little swift making noise while he's sleeping? Okay, now he's quiet. You can hang your finished lavender pentagram like a wreath or use it as a table decoration. I put a little candle in the middle of the star for now and will probably hang it somewhere later. What do you think? Do you like it?